Gemini, I blame you, because normally before a reading I will get some kind of like psychic message, or I sort of meditate a bit. So I was thinking about that when I was making my cup of coffee, and I thought, Gemini reading, Gemini reading. What do I meditate, or what comes into view? Hot chocolate. I know, hot chocolate. And I am talking the hot chocolate, the hot chocolate. So I thought, God, why? I mean, it's good stuff. I really love that kind of disco-y music, but why for you? And then I thought, you win again. It started with a kiss. Of course, you sexy thing is there as well. I believe in miracles. So let's just have that. That's for you. Knocking around. Okay, it's knocking around your reading. The theme of those hot chocolate songs. Oh, that's nice. I've chosen a couple. I think I'm going to choose 3 of these actually for you. That one, which looks a bit weird, but let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Chosen 3 of these archetype cards to kick us off with the theme of the reading. We have Imagine. We've got, he was called Errol, wasn't he? The guy with those super tight trousers. They defied some sort of law of, I don't know, maybe gravity. But if you ever look them up, Jesus. Yeah. But I'm thinking in the background, he's kind of there with his little slim microphone, with his finger up like that. Loved it. Singing You Win Again. We've got the crone. So this is the energy of the archetype of the feminine wisdom. Okay. We've got the pilgrim. And the pilgrim is also the archetype of somebody returning to something. Mercury is retrograde, which, as you know, if you watch me a lot, I think is always good for Geminis. Geminis win when Mercury is retrograde. Okay, Geminis win when Mercury is retrograde. I need to write that down. I don't have a pen. I'm a disorganized Pisces. You have access, I'm just writing it on my phone. You have access to magic when Mercury is retrograde. When Mercury... In fact, why don't you put that in the comments as well? We win when Mercury is retrograde, because nobody else does. Everybody else is having a terrible time. And Geminis are just like, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, Mercury is retrograde, do-do-do-do-do. You know, I'm kind of vibing with it. Well, you are. You're going to be vibing with it. Make it work for you. But think of what pilgrims do. Pilgrims go back to the start. They go back to the source. They visit sacred temples. They visit... You could do a pilgrimage to, you know, I don't know, the weirdest of things. But for you, there's something about revisiting something. There's something about using... And this came up for a few signs. Ancestral feminine wisdom. And then you get chicka chicka, the nectar. I have to say, I'll do like a general reading, then I do a love reading underneath. I feel like the love reading's going to be pretty spicy for you. Just getting a spicy waft for the love reading, because the nectar is the nectar. It's pretty hard to make that anything but, you know, getting the honey. Pretty nice. You get the honey. Enjoy. Let's throw a few cards for you. I will do general reading at the top, love reading at the bottom. There's always an extended love reading after I've finished. So if you get to the end of the video and you want more and you want to go deeper and you want to get weirder, not just my Match.com profile, go deeper, get weirder, then there will be a link in the description box and you can follow it. Okay. Oh yes, oh yes. Using the Divine Deco. Oh, that's so weird. Goosey, muck goosey, muck goosey, muck goose bumps. Shall I tell you why? I am using I don't even know who knows where the box is. Where we're going, we don't need boxes. I'm using this tarot, which is Divine Deco Tarot. Okay. First card you get is the Nine of Cups, which is a gorgeous card. Jupiter in Pisces, your heart's desire. You know, you can have what you want. Make sure you wish. Blah, blah, blah. We love this. But what happens then? A card from another deck is inside this deck. And it's the Lovers. And it's your card. I told you it was going to be hot stuff. The Lovers. Chicka chicka. Okay. I'm excited. Officially. I'm excited about this. I am. Put these two together. Woof. This is what you wish for, what you dream about, what you manifest becomes Gemini, which is the Lovers, your card. And when a star sign gets their own card, it's like, yeah, how you doing? You know, it's a little bit of that energy. No wonder you got that. No wonder you got hot chocolate. Now I know why. You win again. Yes, you do. But in a good way, because that song's actually quite sad. Okay. So we've got the Lovers bombing our reading. It's like, I'm coming in here. That's from the Mystic Maidens deck, by the way. I recognise that. And you've got it. The Intruder. The Intruder. Oh, God, this is gorgeous. Seven of Pentacles. That's pretty nice as well, isn't it? Seven of Pentacles usually has some representation of a farmer in a field, because the Seven of Pentacles is an earth card and it's like reap what you sow. But also have a good old look at what you're sowing. So it feels like for you during the old Mercury retrograde period, which is, I think, from the 18th of July to about the 10th of August, but you've got to include the sort of shadow period as well. You're going to be vetting or checking out what comes your way. So do I enjoy doing this? Do I want to do this? And it can often be to do with work, survival, money, all of those earth sign things. Think about what farmers do. And yet again, I end up talking about crops on my YouTube channel. How someone like me always ends up talking about crop rotation, I do not know. But anywho, think of what they do. When you're a farmer, you have to find out what the soil is ripe for. You can't grow, you know, if the soil's acidic, you're not growing carrots or whatever. That's about the limit of my knowledge. So you're checking things out and you're right to do that. You've got the Pilgrim, you're returning to things, but also with the Crone, you know enough now. You've done, and do think about this as well. Look back on the last times, like the last couple of times Mercury went retrograde, because the lessons that you were learning then, or the things that were happening then, are coming up again. They sort of bounce from one Mercury retrograde to another. And each time you pick it up and you can do it better if you're a Gemini. You can take more risks in Mercury retrograde. More weird stuff happens. Life becomes more Gemini-like in Mercury retrograde. So I always say, it's giving me an itchy ear, that Geminis can be in two places at once. You can literally, and it's not even splitting yourself. I don't know how you do it because I'm not a Gemini. But you manage to sort of have your energy all over the place all at once. When Mercury's retrograde, everybody else is subjected to that and they can't particularly cope with it as well as you can. But for you, it's hollybobs, isn't it? It's like, let's go. I'm loving this energy. Put me a pair of tidy-whitey trousers on, give me a microphone, I will rock the mic. That is you. But at the same time, you're the farmer. You're both, I wish I knew his second name. I want to call him Errol Flynn, but he's not. You're lead singer of Hot Chocolate and you're the farmer. Okay? So the farmer is sensible. So somewhere along this kind of bumpy, lovely ride that you're going on, You're also dotting the I's and crossing the T's. You're also looking at what's grown so far and thinking, do I like this? Do I not like this? Is it working for me? Do I want to put more in? Do I want to put less in? Do I cut that crop altogether? Do I grow more of those potatoes because they did well last year? And then you get, as if it wasn't good enough already, the World. Woof. Woof, meow, and a bit of a neigh, I think. Wow. That is gorgeous. I'm going to take some love cards because I feel like you can see what's going on with your general life. You've got an opportunity, you've got a period of time, Mercury retrograde, roughly a month. It's a lucky time for you, 9 of Cups. It's a time that will bring up choices, and we'll revisit the Lovers card now in the love direction section. But you've also got like a sensible hat on here for the checks and balances of how things are working for you. There's a chance for you as well in terms of business or ideas to take things to a new, quite interesting, vaguely verge of ridiculous level. You know, it's like you want to push the envelope, push it. And then the World, the cycle. Mercury retrograde for you is going to be a whole cycle in itself. A whole crop rotation in itself. A whole season in itself. Let's look at love. Ha! Sorry. Okay. That's a strong one, as the actress said to the blooming heck, Bishop. Okay. Woof. Good God. First card I get for you, 10 of Swords. Okay, that's in reverse. That's something. But by God, what have you been going through? Let me know in the comments, okay? Hit the comments, hit that like button, by the way, if it's resonating. And if you love a bit of 10 of Swords in reverse, my God, this is a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's in the right direction, because when the 10 of Swords is reversed, the swords are dropping out. But by God, they had to get there in the first place. So I think you may have been through the mill a bit. Whether that is friendship, love relationships, that is anxiety, and I don't know, it's like, I'm going to take another card for it in a minute, but the card that comes up with it is death. Good God. Big, big change. Grassroots change. Not staying the same. Big, dramatic love life choices. You get the Lovers. That's why you got that card of the Lovers. Then we get these two. We get the Page of Wands and we get the King of Wands. Page of Wands is the beginning. It's a message of fire, you know, because it's fire sign energy. But it's also a message of passion, excitement. Page is the, I don't like to say the lowest, but the most junior court card of the Wands. And the King is the highest. Therefore, we get the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. Something is, what I'm getting is a T.S. Eliot poem line, which says, will I have the strength to push this moment to its crisis? Something like that, in the love song of Alfred J. Prufrock. Okay. There's something here about pushing the envelope in your love life. And I'm looking for a certain deck. It's pushing the envelope in your love life. It's risky. Here it is. I feel like I'm going to use the deck that belongs to that Lovers card, Mystic Maidens. It feels risky, but it's also exciting. God, that's such a gorgeous card. I love that card. Let me show you that in a sec. Oh my God. Okay, itchy eye. Itchy eye. I'm going to take a third one, then I'll show you. Tell us more about Gemini, please. Love life. Love life. Speechless. Itchy eye, the whole 9 yards. Right. We get the Sun, and it's possibly one of the nicest cards. I love this card. I love this card. This version, this deck, this card. It's, oh, it's everything. It really is. When you get the Sun, it's fire energy. You've got fire energy in your love life. So I don't know if that means it's a fire sign person. Let me know in the comments. Or you've got fire in your chart, but fire is present. Passion, fire. It has the potential to go a bit too far if you handle it badly. Not handle it badly, if you don't know how to handle it. Let's face it, we're all human, so none of us knows how to handle it when it's that red hot. You get it with the Strength card, which is equally as gorgeous, but also Leo energy, fire energy, divine feminine energy. It is a lot. That is passionate. That is passionate. This is a real snap, knicker elastic at 10 paces type thing. You're, you know, cartoon eyes on stalks. And then what do we get? The freaking Two of very interesting cups with the Two of Pentacles. So we've got two twos next to each other, and we're talking here about choices. With the Lovers, which is about choices. The Two of Cups, which is about love relationships, but also about choices. No wonder you got this gorgeous nectar card. You know what? You are the nectar in this. Someone's the bee. Cripes. I'm just digesting it. Let me show you the cards. Hope this works, because it often doesn't. Oh my God. Fantastic. It actually works. I mean, aren't they, apart from the fact they're going downhill, but aren't they so gorgeous? Your cards are gorgeous. I'm officially saying, I'm kind of declaring spiritual big jobs, but in a good way. You know, I'm not getting any of that swordy kind of sly anything that we could be getting, which I'm very, very pleased about. This little run here, Sun, Strength, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. There will be decisions to be made here with the Two of Pentacles, and some of them will be a bit practical, which is not always your favourite thing. But you are a farmer in this, you know, you're hot chocolate and you're the farmer. So remember that you've got your eye on the detail with the Two of Pentacles. You're running things up the pole, you're checking things out. What's that? Oof. Five of Swords. This is not pain-free, because we've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So there will be a need for you to have super good boundaries, But good boundaries make for a good bounce. That's what I just got. Literally, you know, like the tennis, like PEBBLE, the game that you play that's like tennis but with a wall. And I got like, almost like playing squash, where you're surrounded by walls. And the fact that you've got the walls means that you can do bouncing off any of the walls, because there are some. Think of the walls as boundaries, okay? Because this is quite a wild ride. I don't know if this is like long-term, short-term, or what. You tell me in the comments, because by God, oh my God, that's such a good card to get. 10 of Pentacles. You then get the 10 of Pentacles, which is the meat and potato love card. This is the card that makes the 7 of Pentacles worthwhile. 10 of Pentacles is, if you look at this one, the World, it's the tree of life, and it's getting your life in order in whichever way that resonates with you. So getting relationships in order, things kind of being practically decided as well. Practical considerations, romantic considerations. There's enough power and heat in this to really elevate it. What I don't know from this is how much longevity it has. The 10 of Pentacles is talking about the end game, longevity, how you get there. Let me just take me out of the picture. There's a need for these very strong boundaries because somebody or something is pushing on them. I think that you enjoy that energy of being pushed to the limit, because Geminis are curious and elastic and get bored easily, and there's something here about it being something really rare and different and exciting. Good God. Gemini, I love your reading. I want to take one more of these. In the extended reading, well, my God, I'm going to look at the Lovers. I have to look into that card. I'm going to look at the energy of the other person, because they're largely like, where are they? Who are they? So we're going to look at that. 2 of Cups we're going to look at. We're going to look at change with the Death card. What is too painful to stay the same? Transformation and the best way forward. It's a lot. We've got a lot to, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, look. Oh my God. Good grief. Flipping heck. Go on, just throw in the Judgment card at the end, why don't you? Why don't you? Okay, this is one of the most powerful readings I've done for Gemini in a long time. Remember that Mercury retrograde is completely your friend, okay? Mercury retrograde works with you. It's expansive, it's weird, it's a time when you get opportunities, it's a time when everybody else plays to your kind of energy. Here, there, everywhere, all at the same time. For you, in your work, in your family, in your relationship to the universe, you're asking, as the farmer, what goes, what stays, what do you replant, what do you keep, what have you had enough of, what are you excited about? And you get to grow more of that. And in your love life, well, hot chocolate, you are. You are. I mean, no wonder he had those tighty whitey trousers on. My God. You've got Ace of Cups. You've got 2 of Cups. But you've also got 10 of Pentacles. And then just sneaking in at the end, we've got that Judgment card. Oof. Oof, that's a lot, because we've got Mercury retrograde, which is, yeah. We'll see if we get the 6 of Cups in the extended, because if we get the 6 of Cups in Judgment, that's a whole other angle. Okay, I'm going to go do the extended reading. We're going to look at how they feel about you, who they are, what's going on with them, the Lovers, and more. So I will link it underneath the video, probably pin it on the comments if I remember to do that. I hope I do. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.